What's up, guys? Rob Vincent here. Wanted to show you something that I picked up today. Um, I traded my 1911. Yes, you know it. Bad boy, bad boy. I did it. I traded my 1911. I know. I'm going to get a lot of shit for it. But you know what? This thing is pretty worth it. So this is a move this up so you can see it a little better. And well, just so you know, just to be safe, you press this little button here. See if I can do this one-handed. There we go. Got some dummy rounds in there. Okay, these are not live rounds or dummy rounds. They may have plastic. Okay. All right. So this is a, let's see, a Ruger Gp100 in a 357 Magnum. Say double and single action. Yeah, people are asking me, well, why'd you get rid of your 1911? Well, you know, it's kind of a bottom of the barrel mil spec. Nothing real special about that 1911. And in my opinion, I just think that 357 cartridges are superior to the 45. I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for that one, but I don't know. I also like the options. I don't have to have all different types of firearms. I can have just the 357 platform, and I can go with I can stick with the 357, or if I want, I can do, you know, standard 38 special rounds, or if I want some decent power, this 38 special plus P. And along with the 357 rounds, you have all kinds of options as well, as far as light, medium, and heavy. A lot of people like the 125 grain. This is 158 grain jacketed soft points, mainly for hunting. Now you're probably asking, what are you gonna hunt with that? No, I'm not gonna hunt with it. But I do a lot of hiking, and I want to get some more camping in the fall. It's my favorite time to go. Those nice, cool, crisp evenings just makes camping a lot more comfortable. And you know, if you bump into some big critters that are trying to eat you, like bear or mountain lions, which have been spotted in New Hampshire before. They're rare, but they have been spotted. In the rare occasion that does happen, at least you have something to defend yourself. And the 357 round is a very, very, very powerful round. In my opinion, is superior to the 45, and probably the only other round that's probably more superior than the 357 is the 44, and anything bigger than that. So I had wanted the 3-inch barrel, but they didn't have it, so I went with the 4-inch instead. You know, this thing is a tank. Ruger really kind of overbuilt these. I don't know, we'll look in the mirror so you can kind of see, you know, my size in comparison to the gun. With my hand, now I have really large hands. Okay, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", weigh about 300 pounds. So I can handle something this heavy, you know. Chrissy could barely even lift it up. I mean, it's pretty heavy. Now you guys saw the, if you can see the orange in there, those are the dummy rounds. So you know there's nothing in there that's live. Okay, I'm gonna pull this back. I'll see how far that went back. Right, that single action pull is boom, butter. You barely even feel that. I mean, I don't even know how many pounds that is, but it's next to nothing. The double action, pretty smooth, gotta say. And I mean, it's heavy and it's long. Not as long as my Beretta, but it's pretty long. But I can go through it pretty good. I can pick up the sights pretty good. Somebody painted know if you can see that. Somebody painted some green. I don't know if they use nail polish or what, but I guess it, you know, kind of, you can pick up the sights a little bit with that. It's not too bad. And then this little button here is pretty nice. It's pretty easy. Just push in, kick that out. Yeah, so decent revolver. You know, people say, oh, why do you need such a big gun? Why don't you get like a snubby, or why'd you get a 38? Well, I didn't want to get a 38 because I want the options of having all those other calibers, which we just talked about. Not to mention, you know, if you have a bigger, heavier frame, your lighter ammo like the 38 standard and even the Plus P is going to shoot like a breeze. You're really going to have less felt recoil. Not to mention, I'm a bigger guy now. You see me right now. If you know me, you know I usually always wear button-up shirts or I wear a vest, and that's for a reason. I mean, can you really tell that I even have anything on me? You know. So, but in fact, I do right here. And I have a full size Beretta 92 FS 9mm 5-inch barrel with 16 plus 1 rounds. So let's look at the comparison. You can see that this is substantially larger, and I can handle that just fine. Now, of course, I'll be wearing this in my waistband. I have a in the waistband holster that's fairly comfortable, which I use, and I usually always have a round in the chamber. I don't leave the safety on, but I do keep the hammer up, and I use my double action pull because it's long and heavy, which means any pull in double action needs to be deliberate. You're never going to accidentally pull a double action trigger. And for anybody who knows what I'm talking about, you know that it's pretty safe. So, and I'll be carrying the revolver in this this holster here. This is Barsney leather, I believe it is. I think it says it right there. Barsney's handcrafted, made in the USA. Not bad. I know Alien Gear is one of the popular holster companies right now, but they're charging, you know, anywhere from $150 to $300 for shoulder holsters. A little rich for my blood. This was like 65 bucks. The Gp100 came with 3 speed loaders, and I got this little speed loader pouch, also made by Barsney Leather, that I got on Amazon for, I believe, like $25, maybe $30. I don't really remember. And I have these loaded up with 38 plus Ps, because that'll be my self-defense round. I'm not going to be carrying 357 on me unless I go camping or hiking. But if I'm on the road, going through states that recognize my my New Hampshire pistol license, then I'll be carrying my revolver with 38 plus B rounds. And as you can see here, you turn that, and if you can see, there's little teeth in there. Now those teeth disappear. You drop the rounds in, turn that, teeth come in and lock it right in place. And you do that, you dump it right in the cylinder, turn the knob, it releases, you're good to go. And those dummy rounds that I have in there right now is for you to practice with. Practice emptying the cylinder and then reloading. So if anybody is looking to get a revolver, you don't have to get one this big. They have little snub nose ones that are tiny and, like, you know, just really, really light, like 17 ounces or something like that. You can get these little speed loaders, and then this little ejector rod here, you just push that and boom, everything comes right out. And then you use your speed loader and load them back in, you're good to go. So It's good to have these dummy rounds so you can practice loading and ejecting, loading and ejecting over and over again until you get it right, just in case you ever had to reload in a defensive situation. So that's a 6-shot. So altogether, I would be carrying about 18 rounds on me, plus the 16, plus one that's in the Beretta. That's a good amount of rounds to defend myself with, and chances are I'll never ever have to use them. I would rather have them and never ever use them and just have fun with them at the range than to need them and not have them. It's that age-old saying. So, but yeah, this is really cool. I'm loving this. That 1911, I had some feed failures with it, and it just made me nervous. I don't want to get a semi-automatic, which is magazine fed, and have a feed failure, have my life depend on that, and now the thing is absolutely no use to me at all. With a revolver, if you have a light primer strike, you just keep pulling that trigger until you get a round that goes bang. Ruger makes a lot of really quality stuff. They have a plant right here in New Hampshire. Their main place, I think, is located in Connecticut, which I think this one, yeah, Southport, Connecticut. But they have one that I wanted to get. And if anybody out there, because there's a lot of panic gun buyers out there, if you're looking to get a decent pocket revolver, I would highly recommend the Ruger LCR. It's hammerless, it's double action only. You can get a trigger job done on it to reduce the trigger pull on the double action because it is a little heavy. But I would recommend, even if you're only going to put 38 rounds in it, get the 357. You have more options. I wouldn't recommend shooting a 357 out of a 357 Ruger because it's a bit much for it. But you can shoot the 38 standard rounds, or you could shoot the 38 plus P rounds with ease. It's fun to shoot. They did some stuff with the trigger that's pretty amazing. I had wanted one, but they're kind of hard to come by these days. If you happen to see one and you're looking for something for personal defense, granted you're only going to get, I think maybe those ones only have 5 shots. I think it's only 5 shot. Most tactical situations or most self-defense situations that involve a handgun usually only include maybe 2 to 3 shots. So if you're talking a 5-shot revolver, you're good to go. Because most of the time it's just bang bang and then the situation is over. Somebody's dead or somebody's running. So capacity isn't always crazy important. Not for a civilian anyway. A lot of people would disagree with me on that. But anyway, yeah, so if you guys are interested, you want to get something that I've got, they get them on Gun Broker, some of the gun stores here in New Hampshire carry them, but they go quick. This holster, again, I think it was like 65 bucks on Amazon. The speed loader pouch was pretty cheap. I think it was 20 bucks on Amazon. That was made by Varsity Leather as well. And speed loaders are pretty cheap. I think they're like 10 bucks for like a pack of 2 or something. And then these dummy rounds are pretty cheap as well. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Oh, this grip, hoe grip, is actually really nice. It's not very pretty, but it's nice. I do want to get maybe a rubber grip with like a wood insert to make it look a little bit more pretty. But all around, it's a pretty nice gun. I am going to be taking it out to the range, and I'm probably going to get some video of me shooting it and do like a little bit of a review on its shooting capabilities and all that, which I'm sure it's going to be great. I've watched a bunch of videos myself, and everybody's always said great things. I did want to get the 627, the Smith & Wesson 627, because it holds 8 rounds, but the cylinder comes out to about here, where my finger is right here. It comes out about here. So the cylinder is a bit larger. It's a bit thicker, I think heavier as well. maybe not heavier, but I know the cylinder is a bit wider because of that extra 2 rounds that's in it. But those are like $1,200 guns. I mean, this I bought used for around 500, and I basically just traded my 1911 in for it anyway. If you guys got any questions at all, just leave them in the comments. I'll try and get back to you. And stay tuned for my review and live fire video. Alrighty, take care, bye.